Did you know that even after the term of former President Rodrigo Duterte has ended, there are still places in the Philippines where support for him remains as strong as ever? From his hometown in Mindanao to distant provinces in Luzon and the Visayas, the trust and respect of the people are still very much alive. In this video, let's discover the 10 places in the Philippines where support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains strong. Number 10. Surigao del Sur. In the province of Surigao del Sur, the people's trust in former President Rodrigo Duterte remains unwavering. This province is known as one of his strong supporters, especially since residents have felt the impact of his focus on Mindanao's development. From infrastructure projects that made travel easier to programs that strengthened security, the effects of his leadership are clearly visible here. During his presidency, Duterte made it clear that part of his agenda was to give attention to provinces that had long been waiting to experience true progress. In Surigao del Sur, improved roads, bridges, and facilities connecting towns made a big difference. For the locals, these were not just projects, they were proof that they had not been forgotten. That's why in every election, you can see strong votes for him and his allies. For the people of Surigao del Sur, Duterte is not just a former president. He is one of the few leaders who truly fulfilled his promise to uplift Mindanao. And even today, their support and gratitude remain as strong as ever. Oh wait, before we continue, we'd love to hear from you. Do you agree with these issues? What's your opinion on this topic? Drop a comment below and tell us what you think. And don't forget to include where you're from, so we can see how far this video has reached. Number 9. Palawan. In Palawan, one of the most beautiful provinces in the Philippines, support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains strong. The province is known for appreciating the pro-province policies of his administration, policies aimed at developing not only the cities but also the remote towns and islands. For the Palaweños, they could feel Duterte's hands-on approach when it came to issues directly affecting their livelihood and environment. It's no surprise that whenever he visited Palawan, he was welcomed warmly. Smiles and cheers from residents reflected the deep connection he had with the people here. Infrastructure projects, maritime security measures, and tourism promotion were just some of the legacies he left behind, which the province continues to benefit from to this day. For the people of Palawan, Duterte was a leader who didn't just sit in Malacañang. He was a leader who went down to the communities and listened to their needs. And because of that, their trust in him remains alive and unshaken, even after his term as president has ended. Number 8. Maguindanao del Norte and del Sur. In the provinces of Maguindanao del Norte and Maguindanao del Sur, the legacy of former President Rodrigo Duterte is deeply felt. Many residents continue to express their gratitude for the peace agreements and development projects that shaped the region during his administration. For an area that has long faced challenges in peace and security, these initiatives brought a renewed sense of hope and stability. During his term, Duterte worked closely with local leaders and stakeholders to push for lasting peace in Mindanao. The establishment of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao or BARMM was a milestone that gave the people of Maguindanao greater autonomy and opportunities for progress. Infrastructure improvements, livelihood programs, and social services were rolled out, making a tangible difference in daily life. It's no wonder that in the elections, Duterte earned overwhelming support from these provinces. For many Maguindanaoans, he was more than just a national leader. He was someone who understood their struggles and took concrete steps to address them. That bond of trust and appreciation continues to endure, even beyond his presidency. Number 7. Leyte. In the province of Leyte, support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains strong. This is one of the places with deep connections to him through prominent political leaders allied with his administration. These alliances helped ensure that his programs and projects were effectively delivered to the people of Leyte. During his term, Duterte prioritized pro-infrastructure projects that improved transportation and boosted trade in the province. From roads that connected towns to the upgrading of bridges and facilities, the people felt the convenience and benefits these projects brought. For them, it was clear proof that Leyte was not forgotten by the national government. That's why in past elections, strong support from the Leyteños was evident for him and his allies. For the people of Leyte, Duterte was a leader who fulfilled his promises. A leader who cared not only for major cities but also for far-flung towns. Even today, their trust in him remains firm. Number 6. Pampanga. In the province of Pampanga, support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains steadfast. Known as one of the strongholds of his political allies, the province is home to several prominent political figures who actively backed his programs. This connection further strengthened the trust of Kapampangans in his leadership. It wasn't only Duterte who received overwhelming support from Pampanga. His daughter, Sara Duterte, also garnered high votes during the elections. For many Kapampangans, their votes were a reflection of their continued belief in the advocacies and leadership style of the Duterte family. The bond between leadership and the people here is clearly not something that fades easily. Even with a change in administration, the memory of Duterte's projects and policies remains alive. For the people of Pampanga, he was a leader unafraid to make tough but necessary decisions for the good of the country. Because of this, their support continues to stand strong to this day. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about this topic. We're all ears. Number 5. Ilocos Norte. In Ilocos Norte, support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains strong. Over the years, his leadership style and firm stance on national issues have resonated with many Ilocanos, earning him a loyal base of supporters in the province. Whenever Duterte visits Ilocos Norte, he is warmly welcomed by residents. From campaign rallies to casual visits, the cheers, applause, and handshakes from the people show their genuine trust and admiration. For them, he is a leader who speaks directly, acts decisively, and delivers on his promises. This lasting connection is built on mutual respect and a shared vision for a better Philippines. Many Ilocanos appreciate his straightforward approach and firm resolve, qualities they believe are vital for strong leadership. Even today, their support for him remains solid and unwavering. Number 4. Cebu Province. In Cebu Province, support for former President Rodrigo Duterte has remained strong over the years. Known as one of the key provinces in the Visayas, Cebu delivered a significant number of votes for him during the elections, proving that his influence reached far beyond his home region of Mindanao. Many Cebuanos appreciated his decisive leadership and his focus on national development. Cebu's political landscape has also played a role in sustaining this support. Several local politicians continue to align themselves with the Duterte family, helping maintain a strong presence for their political ideals in the province. This connection has kept the former president's influence alive in Cebu's communities, even after his term ended. From bustling urban centers like Cebu City to the quieter towns and islands, Duterte's name still resonates with many residents. For a large number of Cebuanos, his leadership represents firmness, straightforward decision-making, and a willingness to act on pressing issues. This enduring trust is why Cebu remains one of the strongholds of support for him in the Visayas. Number 3. Zamboanga del Sur. In Zamboanga del Sur, strong support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains very much alive. The province is known as one of the places that wholeheartedly embraced his campaign against crime and illegal drugs, policies that many residents consider among the greatest legacies of his administration. For them, these measures brought safer communities and a stronger sense of security. The people of Zamboanga del Sur also hold great admiration for Duterte's direct and no-nonsense leadership style. Every time he visits the province, he is warmly welcomed, not only by local government officials but also by ordinary citizens. The greetings, smiles, and gestures of respect reflect the trust he continues to enjoy here. Even now, long after his term has ended, Duterte's influence can still be felt in Zamboanga del Sur. In markets, barangays, and community gatherings, his name is often mentioned as a symbol of strong leadership and swift action on important issues. This enduring loyalty is why Zamboanga del Sur remains one of the provinces where support for him is rock solid. Number 2. Manila. Despite being the political and economic center of the country, support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains strong in the city of Manila. Even though many national issues pass through the public eye here, it's undeniable that many Manileños still admire his bold and straightforward leadership. In past elections, several districts have clearly voted for him and his allies, proving that his influence has a solid foundation even in the nation's capital. For many in Manila, the name Duterte is synonymous with discipline and order. Many residents believe that his campaign against crime and illegal drugs brought a safer environment, not only in Mindanao but also to the streets of the capital. His leadership style, fearless in facing the country's toughest problems, earned the respect of Manileños who have long grown tired of the slow and complicated processes of government. Even today, stories praising his projects and programs can still be heard in street corners, markets, and communities. For his supporters in Manila, Duterte is not just a former president, he is a leader with a heart for the masses, steadfast in battle, and ready to fight for the interests of the ordinary Filipino. Number 1. Dabao Region. In the Dabao Region, especially in Davao City, the name of former President Rodrigo Duterte is deeply embedded in the culture and history. The region is widely known as the political bailiwick of the Duterte family, consistently delivering landslide votes for him and his allies. Before becoming president, Duterte served as mayor of Davao City for over 2 decades, earning a reputation as a strong, disciplined, and approachable leader. Under his leadership as mayor, Davao City transformed from a place once plagued by high crime rates into one of the most organized and safest cities in the country. This transformation built a deep sense of trust in him, not only within the city but throughout the entire region. His policies on order, cleanliness, and discipline became a model for other parts of the Philippines. Even today, the influence of his leadership is felt across the Davao region. In Davao del Norte, Davao del Sur, Davao Oriental, and Davao Occidental, support for him and the projects he initiated remains strong. For many Davaoeños, Duterte is not just a former president, but a leader who dedicated his service to the welfare and progress of their region. And there you have it, 10 places in the Philippines where support for former President Rodrigo Duterte remains strong. How about you? Are you also one of his supporters, and where are you from as a fan? Whether you admire him or not, we are all free to share our thoughts respectfully in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you'll be updated on our next content.